Psalm 6 is the first sort of strict lament psalm that we see. Again, there's been a lot of lament so far in psalms that have been pretty strongly trust-centered. But this psalm is far more about the cry to God for help. He doesn't even really focus much on his complaint. There seems to be some sort of physical distress or sickness. There's emotional distress that prevents sleeping. There's enemies referred to in verse 7 and 8. There's all kinds of trouble, no one specific trouble, as there is in so many lament psalms. And it's just this plea in the first 7 verses for relief from whatever the trouble is. And then towards the end, in verses 8 to 10, it takes a turn and states, again, as lament psalms almost always do, states this confidence in God that God has heard his weeping. And what a beautiful picture. Not just that God's heard his words or heard his prayer or heard his praises, but that God has heard him crying and come to help. And the psalmist pictures God as the one who's going to sweep in and vindicate and justify this faithful servant of his in all his hurt. And I think the Sons of Korah's rendition of this, link in the description, is a wonderful musical reflection, again in 2 movements, as we've seen elsewhere. The first movement very troubled and full of sadness and longing in the music, and then it turns a corner into a major key. It turns from a minor key to a major key and reflects hopefully on this God who hears his suffering people.